Because sometimes, you can do everything, but is that everything you're doing what she really wanted?
Okay, well, I think I always tell my friends, maybe I need to listen more.
Exactly.
I need to read signs, or I need to read meanings into what, like, okay, body gestures or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because when everything happens,
read wrongly if you
I know.
So it's talking for me is the ultimate.
I think what people, there's a difference between listening and hearing. Yeah. So you can listen all you want, but not hear
what the person is trying to say.
So I've come to learn that people say I'm listening, but you're not hearing. And people don't study their partners or even themselves, because there are love languages. For instance, so to you, maybe all of the things that I was doing, everything, you're probably speaking your love language. So maybe if your love language was service, and then you were rendering all sorts of services, in your mind you were doing everything. But if her love language is gifts or spending time, and you weren't doing any of those,
I don't.
Then
you don't give
it. No, I don't like spending. Like, okay, let's go out. I'm an indoor person.
Exactly.
She was an outdoor person.
Exactly.
There you go.
See, right there.
Everybody has their love languages, and I think I think that's the key to relationships working. Realizing that, okay, my language is definitely different from yours, this person's own. So I need to study yours and try and love you in the way that you know that this is love.
Or we need to find that common language we can both understand. So that we can all enjoy that place. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't say that you don't know what she wants. Because, for instance, you were thinking you were saving your family, you had your kids, you had your daughter. The ultimate is to put food on the table, shelter. I have a friend, for instance, who had been married for quite a number of years, and a lot happened between. After a while, when you marry, your wife becomes your sister.
Your sister. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's done a few things. He got caught. The wife did a few things. She got caught.
But they're
still together. It's like they've been together for a long time, and something happened, and the woman was actually in the wrong. And he said, no problem, I will take you back. It's not a big deal. For the sake of the kids, I don't want to separate my home. And the woman said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out. Done. Right? And his problem, and I spoke to him extensively, his problem was, Joselyn, I did everything for this family to be together. I go to work, I'm traveling the world, I'm building houses, whatnot here and there, what, and this woman just up and leaves, and guess who she's with right now? Somebody who lives at home with his mom. And that's exactly what I did. That's what I did to my face. I was like, you know what? Everything you're saying, and I'm going to speak from a woman's point of view. Everything you're saying is great.
Yeah.
But, baby, she wants you around a little bit more. The fact that you're gone all the time, that is what even pushed her to go and do what she did.
But
right?
Hold on. She knew what he was doing before they got married.
Exactly.
Take, for instance, I'm using mine as an example.
Please go ahead and use it as an example.
I'm in the media.
Yes.
Where I used to work even sometimes night.
Yes.
And then I'll come in the morning. When I come in the morning, she's leaving.
Yes.
Or she will leave for work. That was when we were courting, when I go to her place or when she comes to my place. You knew the job I'm doing. You knew I travel around. You knew I don't stay at one place. It's not a 9-to-5 job. Mm-hmm. So if you agree to marry me, then you should know when we get married, I'm not going to change that job.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So unless you're trying to tell me, when we were courting, it was okay, but now that we are married, you want me to stay home and always... No,
I've lived this life you're describing, because I was married to somebody who was on radio, and I remember this. It was impossible planning holidays.
Yes.
Because radio, in fact, their peak time is holidays.
It's holidays.
So there's no Christmas, there's no Easter, there's no all of that. Mm-hmm. But post-divorce, I figured out there was a way around it.
Yeah.
Which is why you have leave. You know, so you can't use the fact that if you use your leave time to spend time with
It's
the
21
people,
days.
it's good enough. I will
four
actually see
days
that
is
you're
good
making.
enough.
It's good enough. I see that you're making an effort.
Yeah.
But I think that what we do is we don't make an effort. We use the fact that but you knew that this was the job I did, and you know that I've got.
We'll always have an excuse.
We'll always have an excuse.
Yeah, but well, I'm compromising in a way.
People
So
need-
but
me
time to
being
make
married
an
to you,
effort.
you also compromise in a way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
get
she
it?
wasn't seeing the compromise.
Maybe she wasn't seeing the compromise. What were your compromises?
Oh.
Providing.
Is that,
I put food on the table.
I listen to all
Her kind of music.
all the talks.
Wow.
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 You think about the kids through all this.
I know, I did.
Did you?
I did, and
And
I
did
still
she?
do. She did, and I think she still does, because the final conversation we had on this, one thing that she said was she doesn't want to be one of those ladies that stays because of the kids.
Absolutely. And I think that's a wise decision.
Yes.
It's a very
So
wise
if
decision.
you're not happy, I wouldn't stay in something I'm not happy because I want.
So how did this affect the children?
Funny enough, I think the kids, they're still not taking it that we are
Not
divorced.
together.
We are not together.
I think it's easier for them because they both don't live in the same country.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think
and
it's
and
easier.
they've
Yes.
grown used to. We've been.
Yes,
But we
we've
still
got two
talk. We
homes.
got to. Yeah, we still communicate. Oh, I would like to speak to mommy, and then they
Yeah.
see us talk.
Yeah.
We laugh.
Yeah.
Was
It's
it
like we're
deliberate? Was it deliberate so you can keep the kids out of the?
Initially, we
didn't-
decided not to let them know. Initially, like the moment it happened, we're like they were too young for them to.
So
know
you're going
about
to
it.
keep your separation away
So-
from your children?
Yeah, no, we were already. She was there. I was here. So to
So
them,
like you're saying, it was
They-
easier because
yeah.
Yeah, because they're different
yeah,
countries.
Yeah.
but then it got to a point. I was like, no, at least I need to tell my son that do you know when we say divorce? Do you know what it is?
Well, how old was he?
He was. I think he was around 9 by then.
And so you had that talk with your son.
Yes.
And what did he say?
And when he was like, oh, first off, I was like, do you know what divorce is? And he's like, yeah. my
You'd be amazed at
friends-
things they know.
You'd be
my,
amazed.
my
that
friends,
they know.
my friends, dad and mom are divorced and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay. So me and mom, we love you so much. That's,
Both of us love you.
love you. Yeah.
Yes.
But we're divorced, and he was like, oh, that was what he said.
You just went, oh.
He just went, oh, and he was like, why?
Hey.
And I was like, oh, it's nothing really. It's just
You couldn't agree on
we
things.
couldn't agree on stuff, So right then, he picked up his tablet and he started playing with it. Since then, he's never mentioned it.
And what about
Never-
your daughter?
Oh, I know there. What can cry? It's like, what can fear? It's like, until I call her and then she goes like, when you come to London, you are not going to sleep with mommy, or you have to come and sleep with me and everything. So she's still, I don't know. She still.
But
thinks-
isn't that a bit
Yeah.
No, she doesn't want to. It's like I can't.
She's not accepting it.
She's not
Okay,
accepting.
but you've told her, but she's not
Yeah,
accepting
she's
it.
not accepting.
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
She's just not accepting the fact that
You're not together.
You're not
you're
together anymore.
She still sees it as, oh, you are in Ghana, we are there.
Yes.
We come. Oh, okay, yeah, but no, but like
Yeah.
you maybe if I go back and then she realizes that, okay, mom is here, dad is
Daddy's
here,
there.
but we are all in the same
Country.
Did you date in between the
Have they met any
have they
girlfriends?
met any
No,
girlfriend?
no.
But you
Wow.
dated.
No.
You haven't dated? So you've been celibate
Yeah.
for since
I try. That's what I'm always thinking. I'm someone. If I go in, I go in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not one of those. It's like,
Touch and go.
oh, no. If I go in, I go in. So I'm thinking, can I go and tell these kids that, oh,
Aunt-
yeah,
Auntie
auntie's going
Alma,
to be
who
your
is
new
mommy.
mommy or something. How would they?
you're not living because of your kids.
Yeah, I was just going to go to that. Don't you feel like you're giving up your life for.
I have 2 beautiful kids.
And that's your life?
I feel like I'm happy for now. I won't say never. For now, I'm happy. Okay, for the past year, I've started rethinking. I've started rethinking that I'm happy because I've realized that
You are not. Because you're the same person who brought up the fact that when they grow up and go to college,
yes.
You're just. So,
and I was they left last year to go back, like stay there. So now I've realized that there's a gap. You know,
So as a single dad, your children were occupying that gap. That gap that would make you go out there to look for
but now
a girlfriend, but now they're gone.
Now there is this
Vacuum.
But you would agree that it's easier for women to still have we have our kids as single mothers or whatever it is, and we still want to be happy. We still want to date other people. And for me, I mean, I'll explain to my daughter, look, just know that mommy loves you, daddy loves you very much, but mommy would end up with somebody, and it won't be that.
How many women, single women, do you, let's say 2 out of 5 will go on and marry again? I think women are able to,
but you see,
be with kids, raise them, let them grow up.
Do you know why? Let me tell you why we don't go out and marry. Okay, I spoke to a friend of mine here, Anthony. He said, I'll never be with a born one. Do you understand? He was sitting right where you're sitting, and he said to me that he calls it B1. I'm like, what is that? Is that a vitamin? You know? He said B1, no, B1, B2. I'm not in. Okay. And I said to myself, this is the reason why a lot of the single mothers are single with their children. Because now his reason was, why would I come and why would I come and raise somebody else's child? That's not my bloodline. That he doesn't have any trace of my DNA in him. Why am I going to now help someone's bloodline grow? What about mine?
My dog.
Thank you. Do you understand? And I asked him, what about adoption? You adopt. He said, that's different. No, that's not.
That's not.
If you ask me, it's not. Because, I have a child. And you, like you said, the way we ask you, they don't even care the reason why you have a child. Your case is you've had 7 miscarriages in your marriage. Yes. You met a guy you were dating and you got pregnant. Are you going to have an abortion because you're not married? No. He doesn't want the child. Are you going to have an abortion because he doesn't want a child? No. You can raise the child on your own. It takes a village. Even if you can't and you don't have a job, it takes a village. So you have that child, right? So it's a sacrifice you've also made as a woman, right? Regardless of what it is, you are going to have this child and you're going to raise this child. You understand? But the man sitting there, even society, the man's family is going to think, no, Papa, I can't order the coin. Do you understand? And that is why it's not because we want to be single.
And you see, I think society makes everybody believe that women don't have as many
options.
No, as many needs or wants as men do.
Right.
And women are able to sacrifice easier.
No.
I was saying to you, my mother is one of the strongest women I know. My mother single-handedly raised 8 of us. I'm the last of 8. Single-handedly, she raised 8 of us. She's the most amazing woman I know. However, I've realized that most of my misunderstandings and, all of the issues that I have with her, since I became a parent, I realized that she has such huge expectations of us, her children, and it's because she sacrificed her life for us.
Yeah.
So if you've made those sacrifices some way, somehow, you have expectations of your children that they will probably never meet.
Yeah.
And then you become embittered.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So I think it's society. Society forces this sacrifice on a woman because
compared to the guy.
So exactly. Yeah. She has a child, so she must look after the child, and so this is her whole life.
Yeah.
And fortunately for us, the younger generation, we have come to the realization that we wouldn't live that life.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting my life on hold because like I said, I adore my children. Look, I would kill. And until I had them, I didn't even realize that I would jump you if you touched any of my kids. Like I would go,
Right. Rightfully so.
But I'm not putting my life on hold. You know, if I used to have this boss friend, and this was before I had kids, and one weekend I was at her house and her daughter, they were all watching TV, and her daughter picked the remote and changed the channel. And Barbara was like, how dare you change the channel? I was watching that. I paid the bills here. That was making me happy. Da, 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 da. And I thought that was a bit much.
Right.
But now I understand. Like, I'm not going to, because you want to watch cartoons, I can't watch what I want to watch. No. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I have my life too.
Yeah, with that one.
That one.
That one. She told the child. And I was like, hey, wait, no. I need to be happy too. And
you know, it's coming. It's probably coming from a place of frustration.
Of frustration, exactly.
Because again, like you're saying, we're made to believe that we're superwomen. You know, as much as I always say that,
we get tired.
People say boys don't cry, whatnot.
Oh,
there's so much expectations
cry.
from women.
From women, yes.
You understand? And that sometimes half the time we're burnt out.
Yes,
And again,
yes.
you have a career.
Yes.
Okay. You have a child. I mean, there was one weekend I was so burnt out. I was like, gosh, what do I do with my daughter? Where do I leave her? I need to go and do this filming. Okay, but I'm going to be gone for the weekend. Do I call her dad to come and take care? You know, because I'm tired. You know, I'm not tired because I have a child, but I'm just burnt out because I'm trying to do everything. Exactly. Now you're dating. You know, you want to bring the man home. I don't want to go out there all the time. So now I have a daughter at home. How do I bring this man home and introduce this man?
Him.
Like you're saying, how would you even know that he's coming to stay or he's just coming to out of curiosity to go?
The person needs to stay over.
No, nobody stays over at my house. You come and visit. Like, you won't stay over. Because the thing is, my daughter will open my door at 2 a.m. Mommy, you know, when I looked in my closet, I saw this man and his face. So can I sleep by you? What am I going to do?
You should sleep there too. I've had my son walking at some point and say, I want to watch the news. And the guy I was dating until date calls him Rastaman Newsman. I mean, really. A funny story. Like, okay, you were supposed to have gone to bed. I'd put them all to sleep. Everything nice. No, the door opened. I'm like, Joma, what do you want? And the TV was on and CNN was on. This 5-year-old says, I want to watch the news.
When you had a guest.
Yes. I want to watch the news. I'm like, you want to watch the news? Now. He says, yes. I said, watch it on your TV. No, I want to watch it here.
But do you think that sometimes these kids do that because they're trying to keep that spot for daddy?
Yes.
You know, or keep that spot for mommy.
Fighting their own.
In your case, I don't even know because you didn't even want to know. Because I can assume that if you had a woman over, I can just see your daughter being so feisty and saying,
jealous.
Don't put this plate here.
Oh no, there's been friends who like they will come home. Oh, this is auntie, and we say, but they don't. It's like, oh, hello. Then she will come sit by you and start asking you questions. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? You know, those kind of like inquisitive. That's what she does.
But don't you think it's because they never realized that it could get serious?
Yeah,
maybe.
So they never felt like somebody was going to take mommy's place. Yes, because you know, I was telling you that anytime somebody else has come into my life, my son especially, because he's so attached to me now, is very bordering on not stubborn. Yeah, he's stubborn, but rude. Like, no, I won't do this.
Oh, okay.
No, we'll go with me. No,
it's like someone is.
It's like I don't even see you. Like you're here.
So he's keeping the spot for Ni.
And my daughter's like that as well. My daughter is in fact she's niece princess, and so like she won't see anybody else.
My thing is, my question also is, you know, sometimes when we break up, we're talking about that. When we break up with the men
the
that
kids
come
go
into
through
our
the breakups
lives with our children, what we don't realize is the kids also go through the breakup.
They break up. Yes, they do. Absolutely.
You know, it's like
I was telling you the story. I had this person in my life, and we broke up, and my daughter, and I didn't even realize that was what it was. She suddenly started bedwetting again, started misbehaving in school.
And this person is not the child's father.
This was her dad.
Yeah.
No.
Started sucking her fingers again. Like, she pretty much just
and reversed.
Yeah. So then somebody suggested, a friend of mine suggested, look, take her into therapy because I don't understand why somebody who stopped bedwetting suddenly. So we started seeing a child psychologist. And after a couple of sessions, she said to me, your child is going through a broken heart. I'm like,
at that age?
She says yes.
You see, that's the thing. At that age, it's possible.
Constantly, in all of the sessions, she would refer to this person and how now he's traveled. And because that was the story I gave, he's traveled and he's never coming back. And he's traveled and he's never coming back. And apparently, in all of the sessions they had, he kept coming up.
Oh.
So the therapist said to me, your daughter's pretty much brokenhearted. So however, it says that you are brokenhearted, yes, but you're dealing with it because you're an adult. But as a child, this is how
she deals with it.
So that's pretty much what's going on with her.
See the reason why I don't want anybody, yes.
But
they are safe the way.
Your
what about your needs? What about
your needs?
It can be taken care of.
But you know when you say he's traveled, isn't that
lie doesn't work with them anymore, by the way.
Yeah, it's like your life.
This was a few years ago. That lie doesn't work anymore, by the way, because I tried it recently, and I was told, yes, but when we were in South Africa, we were able to call here.
Okay.
We're able to video call. We're able to da.
Okay.
So plus at Christmas, we are able to go here and we can,
you keep talking about your son. Let's talk a bit about your daughter. What is her relationship with Nee? I think you have to end up with Neo.
Oh Lord.
And because Nee has won them over.
Yes. There's no backing out of that. So, and in actual fact, the good thing with Nee is I think we have an agreement. He'll always be in their lives.
So do we choose the men that would always be in our children's lives?
I think
as
we
single
do.
parents?
I think we do. You have to. You're not going to come and put a douchebag in your child's life for the rest of. You're going.
When I say choose, you've dated a few men.
Yes.
Apart from the kids' dads.
Yes.
But Nee is the one.
For the children, absolutely.
Okay.
I've said to.
And what would determine that decision?
How he is with the children. I've said to people that if God forbid something happened to me and I had to say who should take my kids without batting an eyelash, I'd say Nee should have.
I see.
Yes, because I've had instances where I have called and said, when we're fighting, we're not even speaking, okay? And I've called and said, this happened to Drew at school. And his question is, where are you? Pick me up.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And he's at work.
But you're not speaking. Why would
we're not speaking. Because, Charlie, sometimes drama just needs straightening. And I sometimes I get tired of doing the straightening. Sometimes so I'm like, look, they called me from school, drama, where are you? I'm coming.
But the risk here is, you being the mother, single mother, you play the father, you play the mother, right?
Yes.
Now, playing the father as a mother is being the bad cop.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean,
yes.
Look, no pun intended, okay?
Yes.
The good cop is the mother all
the time. It's supposed to be.
So you're doing good
both.
cop, bad
Yes.
cop.
Oh, but in our situation, it's different.
You were the bad cop.
No, you are the good cop.
That's what I'm saying. Well, okay, but your case is different. And you know what? In the home as well, where you have to share the responsibility, or not necessarily saying this is yours, this is my bad. Where it automatically happens, the man can either be the bad or the good cop or whatever it is, right? So now here I am finding myself as a good cop and the bad cop.
And the bad cop, yes.
The same person.
So my daughter finds me very interesting, but sometimes she can't stand me because I'm putting her in check.
Yes.
Now, Daddy is not around all the time,
so he's
but
the
Daddy
angel.
is in her life.
Yes, he's
so
the angel.
Daddy is the one that she is actually getting attached to.
Yes.
Because Daddy doesn't see the things she does to scold her like I do. So then she will call Daddy and Daddy's like, hey, how are you? You're getting so big.
Baby girl,
and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Because I won't call her baby girl, but I see her every day. So once in a while, I'll call her princess.
Yeah.
I get. Let me give when they went back. My girl had to catch up in maths, and my ex called me and she was like, like to me, then you know how women are.
And then your conversation, oh, baby girl.
Oh, baby girl.
I've had that.
I'm like, baby girl, you know what? Just don't mind, mommy.
You see? You see?
You know?
No.
I've had that.
No, because she was crying. Why should my daughter be learning and crying? Then it becomes like work. Well, she needs to enjoy what she's doing. So I had to find a way of telling her, say,
don't mind your mother though, Charlie.
oh yeah. They say, mommy, take your time. Just
you know, I've had that. Like I had a situation with my daughter in school. They called me and she came in and I was livid and I was screaming at her and and I'll beat you. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call Needs, come and deal with this. So I called him and he shows up. And he says, oh, leave us, I'll talk to her.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm like, mommy,
go,
leave. I'll talk to her. And then she left.
And I go and I come back. And why are they sitting there and he's talking to her very gently? There's no raised voice. And I'm thinking, wait, I'm not a demon. What she did was bad. Like, you should be screaming right now. And he says, oh, that been so we understand each other.
But you both can't scream though. I mean, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's
so
so annoying.
why am I looking like the bad person?
Exactly, because now I'm looking like a bad person.
Hey.
No, you're not. I don't see. You chose to go that way.
But somebody has to do it.
Maybe if you had
listen.
maybe if you had gone the soft way, I would choose to go the hard way.
No. We all know. We know
somebody, you see, there's the man is not there. There's no, and the thing is, in order for me not to also be bringing people, and you see, having a girl child is very, very sensitive. I find it, you know, and I was telling you earlier that, you know, I've had friends in the States who have kids, single mothers, and the kids are so confused. Mama, who my daddy?
Yeah.
You said Uncle Tom my daddy, now you said Uncle Mark my daddy. Like, you know, and for me, when I saw that even way back in the day, I vowed that this is something that if I become, if God forbid, and it's happened, I'm single or I'm a single mother, you have to watch the number of times you expose your child
to the men you're dating.
Partners.
Absolutely.
You know, I think it works both ways, even for single dads. Okay, because again, if you have a son and your son keeps seeing different women coming around, he thinks it's normal.
It's normal, yes. That's the thing, yes.
They grow.
Yes.
I mean, children grow by, it's environment actually sort of. Socialization, exactly. So I was also so particular not to do that. And by not doing that, meaning that I have to have a tough hand and a soft hand.
Yes.
You know, but I think that I don't do the tough hand very well. Because it's not me. I don't know if I'm making any sense. It's not me. It's not
the tough hand.
The tough hand is not me. Like I can be tough, but I think I have to be tougher because there's no male figure.
Yes.
So that makes it very extreme, right?
Yes.
And I think that I can. The soft hand is also overcompensating because there's no.
Yes.
There's, you know, I'm trying to make up for.
It's not easy.
It's not.
You know,
it's not easy.
It's not easy, and then it's like your dating life. You have to. It's not about you anymore, but it's about you and the children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you're not trying to date because of the children.
The kids,
You know, and I'm thinking, even if I'm dating, I need to be very, very careful. But even that, how can you be sure?
How careful can you be?
How careful can you be? You know, and when you're dating and your child doesn't like the one you're dating, it's the most annoying thing ever.
Because you like this person. And this child wants to determine.
And it's like, the time my ex and our fights were because of my child. Your child doesn't like me. I'm like, dude, like...
What does it matter?
But at the end of the day, you're going to live together. So you should take the kids...
liking or not,
into consideration when making,
but
just like how, as you were saying,
for me, not for you.
Yeah, but
you see now with you and is it me? Exactly. You're saying, oh, if you're to leave someone that you can leave the kids with,
it's me.
Or definitely him.
Exactly.
So because of that, would you not go like, maybe we should get back together because of? I think. Have you not reached the point where you start thinking, love is so overrated.
Yes.
Love
but
is overrated though.
I can
So,
manage to do this
This
because
this
is good for my
person,
kids.
Exactly, it's good for, and the person is not like is need that bad for
No,
you.
no. He's an amazing person.
Exactly. So,
Nah, man. Nah.
I would. I mean, if my child gets along, I think for me the litmus test is, let's see how
it
this.
goes.
I mean,
How it
I'm
goes
already
with my
in
child.
because I brought him in, right?
yes.
So let's see how this works
With you and the child.
you and the child, and if it works out, ooh, it's like
But
for
if
me.
Let's
it
go.
doesn't work out, meaning
it
you
doesn't
get
work out, that's-
a second broken heart, a third broken heart.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know. Yeah, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy being single at this.
Exactly.
Parent,
I
being
mean,
a single parent.
You know, and it's not easy on the children as well.
No,
you know, again, like for socialization, the sake of socialization, these kids grow up
Stigmatized somehow.
Stigmatized.
Even in school.
Yeah.
You know, like you're supposed to write my family.
Yeah.
And everybody's writing, I have a mom and a dad, and then they have a
Mom.
or a dad.
No, but
I'm
I still
a
say they
Shira.
still have a dad. No, I don't know. I don't subscribe to this thing of they don't have a dad. They do have a dad in their biological dad. They do have a dad in me. So if I'm writing about my mom and my dad, I should be able to write
Right.
about
Okay.
you and
Right.
Cheers to single parenting.
him.
Indeed.
Indeed. There's no formula, but I think we're doing it
We're-
somehow.
yeah,
We're
we're working it
amazing.
out.
Yes.
We're working it out.
If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a comment below and click the subscribe button for more exciting episodes. And I mean, what are you waiting for? Click it now.